Anyways, welcome to number 3. Holy crap, we're doing 2 in one night! Yes, if you can believe that. And this time it's up 2 combat journals in one night. We have Orange Kid here once again, and this time we're up against, or I'm up against, Old Painless 2. He certainly looks the type. A veteran Warboss. Jeez, I want my Warboss to look like that. Cool. So anyway, we are out here. Red's on side, I'm on blue. I'm on the blue team this time. So, Orange, you ready?
I am ready. I have particular trouble when facing orcs. Maybe this guy called HellFox will show me how to not lose.
Okay, we are at the 5-second mark, going in 3, 2, 1, go. Once again, moving out to secure the power points, as you always should. But as you can see, what's coming, his Warboss is coming in, and right into my scouts, and this is not good. As soon as I saw what his Warboss looked like, I realized I was gonna be in for a tough fight.
Push back the veil of shadows.
As soon as I see his huge orky man trap that he wears on his head, I see him whenever did he close it? He closes on his head. Okay, anyway, back to the game. Have that first PowerPoint on the left-hand side. I'm going for one. He is sending out his sluggers and shooters to capture the right-hand side. He went 2 shooter squads with 1 slugger squad supporting, and he's going to send his Warboss in front of his shooters. It's like you can kind of see the strategy he's trying to play here.
Objective in sight.
And you know, using shooters in support with sluggers, it's like that's a typical veteran orc tactic in early game. The poor scouts, they just can't deal with all these orc numbers. They don't even have shotguns either. And I also have my just got my tacticals out. For some reason, I went scouts first, then tacticals. So, oh jeez, that's not good for this. Oh, I healed him just in time.
I don't remember. Can shotguns knock down the Warboss?
Yes, they can if you use the high explosive round. You got the sluggers, and you gotta love it when there's that one guy ahead of the whole squad. He gets knocked back up. He's got angry bits on his Warboss, and now he's healing at an incredibly rapid rate. And he's got sluggers moving out my apothecary. I knew I was in a bad way at this point. Tactical's opening up on the shooters boys now, and all my troops are now in full retreat. He's got him behind heavy cover. My attacks aren't gonna do much. There's too much fire. And I'm out. I have yielded the field, but now my scouts are back out there again because they can just move so quick. So I have to take whatever ground is still under my control, and he's gonna claim center and north. And man, he's pouring his requisition into that PowerPoint. It's not unusual for that point on this map to be a main for players on the right-hand side. It's the same, you know, synonymous with the left as well, which I'm also doing. Anyway, tactical's moving with my apothecary down to the south. Scouts checking out what's over there, and they see the Warboss and they go, ah hell, here they come. But this is actually the first game I decided to use Devastators in my strategy. And oh, would you look at that, the boss is fleeing from the Devastator. So
if you hoard your own forces as Space Marines, is it really a good idea to do that against other horde armies like orcs?
It can give you a better chance at winning, but I think the key to winning, you know, if you're going to do that, is to have that Devastator with you, because that'll control their numbers so they don't overwhelm you. And what you just saw, you didn't see just what happened there. I was putting down generators. The shooters knocked them all down as they were coming out of the sky. I've set down 3 generators, only 1 survived. It really sucked for me. And then the shooters went out of range of my Devastator. Pretty frustrating for me because I knew I just lost 200 requisition with that. Anyway, take that lower PowerPoint. He's got all the shooter boys now armed with big shooters, and now I'm pinned. I'm trying to get out of there and rally with the rest of my squads. Devastator's moving up north, but then I just noticed my scouts are in big trouble here. Slug is supported with big shooters. This is not a good situation, so I gotta lure him into the Devastators. He's not paying attention. All this is happening. My attacks and my apothecary are also getting attacked by that Warboss, and I finally was able to pin and suppress those sluggers and get him away from my scouts. Then finally I get over here, where unfortunately for this Space Marine he gets synced. Nothing I could do for him. I finally got my rifle and my apothecary pouring down fire on the Warboss, trying to inflict as much damage on him as possible. I don't know why I'm melee, but it's just enough. It forces him away. Now his shooters are all alone. All of the other squads for the orcs have fallen back. Now, even with just 3 of us, we are still gunning them down, and they are in full retreat.
Requisition point under our control.
I'm hurt, but I'm not beaten just yet. Now I gotta rally the rest of my squads together.
Yeah, what you did there is something I really can't do. It's like you focused on your scouts and Devastator and your commander and tacticals at like pretty much the same time, or very close together at the same time. It's like I really cannot do that.
Well, I was mostly focused on the north there. I didn't. It's like I said, I didn't pay attention to what was happening to my tax or apothecary until, you know, after I dealt with the sluggers. And then I noticed it, and then I couldn't save that one guy from being synced. So, yeah, I'm not perfect on that either. Anyway, I send the tax back to base to reinforce, and moving the rest of my scouts forces to harass the generators, and then I see the horde, the orc horde coming in. Devastator's trying to pin down who they can. The shooters have been suppressed. Man, he is pouring a lot of power into the shooter squads, and his shooters suppress my Devastator. It stops firing. Now I know I'm in big trouble. Now I have to yield the field. There's no way that my forces are going to survive.
The enemy is capturing one of our strategic points.
Better to just yield the field than just lose everything. I mean, the scouts were just, you know, they're just too fragile to be caught up in a big fight like that. And there's just no way I was going to win that without suppression. Once again, shooters just taking all the stuff in center. So I decided to, you know, harass that lower summon power point again. And, you know, just trying to do what I can.
Yeah, and he's going to it too.
Yeah, he's... You know, he spent a lot of points on his just 3 existing squads. He didn't bother pouring more troops out. And so he's just going, wow, look at all the requisition he's floating too. That's quite a bit that's not in play. But obviously he has big plans. So I'm going to move my Devastator because I know he's capturing all that territory. I know he's going to harass my generators. So I moved Devastators into defensive positions. Now I'm moving the rest of my tax to support. Warboss, pin. Sluggers, pin. But now, once again, the shooters pin my Devastator down. I know I'm in trouble, but now this time I got my tax with me. And we're going to try to pour on fire on the sluggers to at least alleviate those guys. But it's just, they're already in our faces. But we are not going to yield this ground easily. Wow, the sluggers just got nearly annihilated, but it was just not fast enough. I routed one of my